Hello, I'm Don Peppers, and welcome back to Peppers Unplugged. Today I'm in New York City, and I'm blogging at the HSM World Innovation Forum. What that means is I have a balcony seat. We're together with a group of bloggers. We are recording some of the events and discussion at HSM's conference on innovation. There are many great speakers, C.K. Prahalad, Paul Saffo, and Clayton Christensen. Today, of the speakers I heard, I think Paul Saffo was one of the best. He had some very interesting takes on how innovation happens. He said, scientific revolutions come in waves. There was a chemistry revolution in the early part of the 20th century, then there was a physics revolution, then there was an electronics revolution, which led to the IT revolution. He said, for instance, in IT, in the 1980s, we had a microprocessor revolution. That is, microprocessors became very cheap. That made the personal computer possible. And in the 1990s, we had tremendous progress in the technology of laser diodes, which allowed computers to connect with each other much more efficiently. We created laser optic lines, fiber optic lines, and so forth. So we had fantastic connectedness. And today the revolution, he says, is in sensors, so that you connect sensors to computer processors, and pretty soon you have robotics. You have robotic machines that can actually sense their environment and respond with microprocessing rules and behaviors and so forth. So Saffo says one of the implications of robotics has to do with the kinds of business models that would be made possible when you have robotic devices, such as consider robot cars that drive themselves. Now, this is a very realistic possibility. In fact, there are legitimate predictions out there that by the year 2030 or so, maybe half of the vehicle miles driven in the United States will not be driven by people, but will be driven by robots. Basically, sensing the road, sensing the traffic around them, adjusting their speed. It will probably mean that there will be a lot fewer accidents. But think about the mechanics of this kind of an environment. It means that instead of garaging and having to park your own car, you could schedule your car to pick you up, to go to work, to go drive off somewhere and pick something up, and come back. Saffo said you can imagine the car taking you to the theater, and instead of having to park near the theater, it drives off somewhere else to some other parking place where it hangs out with the other robot cars and it has a cigarette, and then comes back and picks you up on time. There are other business models. You don't necessarily have to own a robot-driven car. You could subscribe to a robot car service, for instance, which would be pretty easy to do. There are many different business model implications in robotics. Sensors are going to be a big wave of technological innovation, according to Saffo, and I think I agree with him.
Yes, hi, Andrea Meyer. I have you on my flip video, making a recording of. We got the bloggers perch here.
I recognize you.
Hi, Don Peppers.
Michael Stollard.
Good to see you, Michael. There's Stephen Todd. We got Stuart Miniman. People to come. We got the crowd here. Everybody's on their PDA, like a sea of lit up screens.
Anyway, it's great fun, this HSM World Innovation Conference, and the bloggers are having a great time. We had pizza for lunch. We all joined for the pizza place. We had a nice balcony view of the proceedings. And tomorrow we start off bright and early with Clayton Christensen.